So for the last few weeks, Bella Ramsey has received a lot of hate online for how Ellie seems in Season 2 of The Last of Us. But recently I've done some research on The Last of Us, the games specifically. And I think it turns out HBO doesn't have a Bella Ramsey issue. HBO has a Last of Us issue. But first, please like, subscribe, and share. Anything you can do will help my channel reach more people. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that bell icon so you can get my videos as soon as they drop. Yes, The Last of Us has received a lot of hate for Season 2. Either people don't like Bella Ramsey, or, spoiler alert, people aren't happy with the fact that Joel is dead. Either way, the reviews are starting to go downward. The viewership is starting to go downward. And it looks like The Last of Us, while still a great show, will not live up to the first season. And so I made a video last week about how much I hated Ellie and how annoying she was, and not really hating on Bella Ramsey, but more specifically, just disliking the character of Ellie one end to the other. And I hadn't played The Last of Us games. I knew the rough story that happens in both games. Roughly, I know what's going to happen in this season. But of course, there are changes between the TV show and the game, of course. In a few of my comments, people were saying the same thing. Oh, I hated Ellie in the second game as well. Or that's just Ellie, she's really annoying. Or this is the same reason why I stopped playing the second game. Or this is why I hated the second game compared to the first one, but I barely played it through. It seems that consistently, people don't like the second game as much as the first game. And if you look on Metacritic, it actually does have a lower score. Yes, it does have a slightly lower score than the first game. Nothing too incredible, not going from like a 95 to a 60, but does go from a 95 to the upper 80s. And then there's an even more glaring issue. If you look at the Season 1 specific episode reviews on IMDb, The Last of Us has consistently 8s or 9s in all the episodes, except one. The one flashback episode that takes place in the mall with Ellie and her first girlfriend, that one is an upper 7. So that one is the lowest rated episode for the entire first season. Same thing with Season 2. It starts out fairly high, especially the first and the second episodes, and then goes drastically down. So some people might take this as the world hating on Bella Ramsey. But I'm seeing this as the world hating on Ellie. And so you can't really blame the actress for playing a character that is not liked both in the TV show, but also the game. I think specifically, people don't like Ellie as much as they like Joel, whether it's played by Bella Ramsey or by the actress that played her in the video game. And maybe it's just that people like Pedro Pascal more. At least in the TV show, I could see that being an issue. But of course, he didn't play him in the video game. And I'm sure there are some people that are just sexist that want the strong male. But there might be some people that just don't like the fact that this character, specifically Ellie, is now the main focus of the show. They probably didn't like it in the second game where the person they liked playing as, Joel, was no longer the main hero. And you can blame the people who play the game. You can blame the people that watch the show. But everyone who's a fan of the show and the game can't all be sexist, though some people might try and claim that. The fact is that maybe Joel is just a more entertaining character. Maybe he's more fun to play as. Maybe people wouldn't want to play as a 19-year-old boy either. Maybe they'd rather have the gruff older man that's gone through things and not the whiny teenager, whether it's a girl or a boy. Maybe Ellie is a petulant little child, as I've said before, and it's really annoying to have that person be the lead of your series. So unfortunately for Bella Ramsey, she's caught up in the middle of this, and people might say mean things about her looks or her acting. But the same thing happened in the games 5 years earlier. People liked the character of Ellie less than they liked the character of Joel. And when you've had one as your main person with the other one being the annoying sidekick, it's really annoying to have to play as the sidekick as your main character going forward. Think if you were a huge Batman fan and then all of a sudden they killed off Batman and you had to just play as the annoying version of Robin that most people don't like. So the same thing applies here. If people like Pedro Pascal's Joel, if they liked the original game's Joel, and then they're randomly forced to have this other person who was on the side be the main person, well, you might lose some fans. And the thing is now we're 4 episodes into Ellie being the main character on the show. So it's not Bella. It's not the internet hating on Bella. It's not HBO's changing of the show from the game. It's the fact that people liked Joel more than they liked Ellie. They signed up for a show or a game where Joel was the main person. And there may have been a switcheroo with the storyline, which is fine. We're not the writers of the story. But HBO and the producers of the show can't be unhappy with us when we don't like the fact that the show and the game that we signed up for is not what it is anymore. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to click that subscribe button and check out those videos on screen now.